Hello everyone, this is Soxeus and welcome to episode 19 of Agrarian Skies 2. I hope you guys have all been well. I have been, and as usual I have been very busy. So I have been starting to build out a bit on the base just to kind of visualise where I want things to go. I started building my islands now. But the thing that I've discovered is that, well, when you're going round, and I like, with it being a sky map, that you kind of want two layers of your floor, because sometimes with your crazy tools you dig through and you dig right through and you fall through, and that's not good. So to help me with the building, I have made myself a little something, which was this resonant jetpack. Now if I look at the recipe for that, it takes a lot of enderium. They take more enderium, destabilized redstone, resonant flux duct, which takes more enderium, an innovation dynamo, and then that's for two of those. And then I need one of those, which is more, and one of those, and those, and those. And then I needed to make the jetpacks going through. So I needed all of these things to start off with. But I finally got myself the resonant jetpack. It holds a lot, holds 10 million RF, and I have rainbow smoke particles, so when I turn it on here, you can see there my rainbow particles. Always have to have the rainbow particles on my jetpack. Always. So, let me show you what I've done. So over here, I've torn out that farm of what was soybeans, because that's no longer staying there. This whole clay is just the outline of what will be the middle base. So all this is going, basically. This whole lot here is going, including this and this. So here we've got a nice sort of greenery path leading up here, and this is going to be the Botania area. It's bigger than the original one that I built over there. I decided that I wanted it bigger, so that's that. Over here, and you might get what this is going to be for the pathway. I thought this was quite cool. This is going to be for the bees when I finally get around to bees. So that's that. Now don't worry, these are just the layouts of where the paths are going to go and how far out they're going to go. They're not going to stay looking just like this. This is literally just the basis so I can get out there. This is for my blood magic, so this won't be staying there, and that's going to be shifted over there. This is my blood magic path. I thought this was quite cool. This is Grimstone from Chisel 2, and then just the coloured lapis. Kind of go with that whole red death sort of theme that goes with blood magic. Nothing off in that direction yet, but there will be. Nothing off in that direction yet, but there will be. And then over here is something that I have been desperately working on. So we come along, and we've got this giant circle here. Now in the middle is going to go my reactor. Right here, smack bang in the middle, there is going to be my big reactor. Now I have been working solidly to get the materials to make the big reactor that I want to make, and I'm not going small. I am going to go big straight away. So it's probably going to be a little while until this thing is built because of all the resources that I have to make. I certainly do not have enough yellorium for it, which is not a good thing, I have to say. Nowhere near enough yellorium, and when I actually went downstairs and had a look, oh yes, and I'm missing half my house now as well. I'm missing some of the walls, but I got fed up of trying to come down here and getting to here to get stuff, so it's not going to be here, so I started dismantling the house. Now, what was I going to say? Yes, I found out that my whole system here, and this was just a concept build as well. It's not even supposed to be looking like this anymore, but I figured when I moved everything, that's when I would redo the layout, and for now it can stay like this. But my sand is where you get, or one of the places that you get Yellorium from. So if I can find it here, and it's a 1% chance, which is absolutely rubbish. Now, other places that I can get it is from sieving heat sand, and that's a 3% chance. Now, I put about half a stack of heat sand through my other sieve up there, and as you can see, it's struggling for power as well. All these things are starting to struggle for power. But I put it through there, and I got 2 Yellorium. So, and that's got 8 fortune upgrades in as well. So that's a bit rubbish. But I found out that this whole system had stopped because all of these barrels were full. So I now have a trash can on the end so that they keep working. So hopefully I will start building up more Yellorium. Now, the other way, if we just come back, yep, let's click here, recipes. So, I've been looking through more ways to get Yellorium. We've got the uranium ore, we've got the dust, we've got the yellorite ore, you know, and the only place I can get that from is from having the laser drill. And I need to make the laser drill, but the problem is, see, everything goes round in a circle. For the laser drill precharger, now these things use a huge amount of energy as well. So even if I made one, I wouldn't be able to use it yet because I just don't have the sheer amount of power that it would take to run the thing. So it's all swings and roundabouts. You've got to go round and round and round. Everything's connected. But this pink slime crystal comes from a pink slime block, which comes from 9 pink slime balls. But where do they come from? Well, they come from MFR. So I need to set up the animals, slaughtering the animals. No, I get that out of there. Which one does it come from? Does it come from the rancher? Let's have a quick look at mine factory. Here we are. I was going to say it comes from the rancher. Am I wrong? I think it does come from the rancher. Or, no, sorry, the slaughterhouse. Yes, the slaughterhouse. That's where it comes from. Well, if that's not right, answers on a postcard in the comments below. I'm pretty sure it is the slaughterhouse. Yes, so that will, as the mobs die, that will give me pink slime. And then I can get the pink slime balls, and then away we go. I can make the laser drill. But until that point, I can't. So one of the things I need to do is start building out the farm. Oh, everything links into everything. So that's what I'm working on right now. I need to get, the first thing I need to do is move these animals over there in that corner. That sort of direction will be where the animals live, and over here, or I might not and just sort of put it off, because the way that I want my farm to look, as in my crops, isn't going to look like any normal crop farm that you see. I have lots and lots of ideas. How I'm going to build some of the stuff that I want to build, I don't know, but I'm going to give it a go. So that's that. Right, on with some quests now. So let's get started. Ah yes, multi-farms. So this I'll read this bit for you. Forestry multi-block farm structure is another method of growing the things you need. It requires a 3x3x4 structure in the centre of a 21x21 space. It can be made even larger, up to 5x5x4 in a 35x35 space, but a 3x3x4 is the smallest. The structure in the centre will need farm blocks, a gearbox for power input, a hatch for putting things in and pulling them out, a valve for piping in water, and you can include a control block if you want to be able to turn it on or off with a redstone signal. So we need to make a farm gearbox, a farm block, a farm hatch, a farm valve, and a farm control. So, here is what the farm blocks look like. They take slabs, wood slabs, copper ingots, stone bricks, and there's lots of different types. Let me just say this to you, it doesn't have to look like that. There are some options. So you can either have the stones, you can have the mossy, you can have the cracked, you can have bricks, you can have sandstone, you can have nether brick, you can have chiseled, you can have quartz, chiseled quartz. So there's lots of options there. You don't just have to go with stone, but that's what I went with. So there's 4 of those, and what you might have seen there was that they require these tin electron tubes, and they get made in a thermionic fabricator. So we've got 5 tin, 2 redstone, then you pop a bit of glass in the side, it melts it down, and then that takes your tin electron tube. So 1, 2, 3, and so here we've got our gearbox, 3 tin gears and a farm block. Your hatch, 2 tin gears and a trapdoor and a farm block. Valve, glass, tin gear, and your farm block. And if I turn around, put the last farm block up there, the farm control is 2 redstone and actually 2 golden electron, and that is made with gold and redstone with either sand or glass in there to make that. And there we have all of those items. Thank you. We get a bag and a soldering iron. Now the soldering iron lets you, well, if you have a look here, it says programming the farm, and it wants us to make a basic circuit. Now what you can do is you can, or it says right here, the multi-farms are configured using circuit boards, and that's what the soldering iron's for. So that actually opens something else, does it? How quickly can we make this one? In a carpenter. Oh, that means I need water and things and all those things. Next time. Right, we have a good reward bag. Let's take a look at that. Great. And that can go with the other one in there. Okay, so we've done that. Nothing else is open there. Power grid. Oh, yes. So we've got fermentation, which actually is... I have the items right here. No. That goes there. That goes there. 4 bronze gears. Fermenter. We get another bag and 16 ethanol cans, or ethanol cans, depending on how you want to say it. It's another good reward bag. Ooh. Thaumium Boss Tainted Wand. Interesting. You go in there. Right. Let's eat some food. Stop that. Right. So we've done that. Top tier generation. Now, I remember talking about this in the last episode. It wants me to make this culinary generator. The 64 type generator. Yeah. So, times 64. And that takes 8 of these around a transfer node, which is made with a bedrockium ingot, which was I finally did, and 8 of those. Each one of those is made by 8 of those, and each one of those is made by 8 of those, and oh, it's a long old process, but I have 7 out of 8, and I have the transfer node. Where is number 8? Well, it's out here, generating me power, quite basically. And it's full of power. So let's just sap off the rest of that power. Fill that up. Might take a while. Let's draining that. So we'll leave that draining. What else did we have prepared? Oh yes, what's this? I'd already made one. Well, look at me. I was carrying one around with me because, you know, didn't have any room to make it, and I'd already done it in there. Well, no point in wasting stuff. I'm sure that will get used for something else. In actual fact, I'm pretty sure when it comes to forestry, that will definitely get used for something else. You go in there. Right. Yes. So, oops. Coming and having a look now in Thaumaturgy. Now, I don't really want to get going on this yet. I want to get the whole kind of platform Thaumcraft Island, which is going to be over in that corner, made first, because I don't want to keep plonking things down on the floor only to have to move them again. But I wanted to break in and see if there was any other quests that open things up anywhere else. So we're just going to do the very first one. To get started messing with Thaumic powers, you will need a guide. Click a bookshelf with a wand to create a Thaumonomicon. This book will allow you to easily reference all the Thaumic discoveries you make. Since there are very few nodes in the void, the Jaded One is willing to give you a node and a charged wand in return for some ironed wand caps. Why she wants them? Don't ask. No, really. Don't. So, we needed to make 2 of those. They're made with 5 iron nuggets in a helmet pattern. 1, 2. There they are. And we can either go with the wand or go with the bag. Now we get an iron-capped wooden wand already there, so I'm not going to choose it again. There's only me on this world, so I'm going to go with the bag. And that's opened up quite a few things actually. We've got one down here that unlocks a quest elsewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure about going there. Lava rafting? Ha! Thaumian boat. There may not be anywhere in the overworld for boating, but a Thaumian boat will let you turn the Nether into a yacht club. Just ignore the pesky members. That's cool. Right. Oh, we can make those, can we? Ooh. Blizzards, yeah. Magic cobble. Cool. So I'm going to need to grow that great wood that I just got that for. Ugh, basic reward bag. Really? Ugh. What a load of rubbish. What, nowhere to put it either. Ah. In there. Dump all the junk in there. There. Right. Let's see. Have you drained out this yet? Looks like you're done. Yep, perfect. Let's put that back on. Let's pick this up. Hurry up. Take him in here. Pop. And 1 culinary generator times 64. So, I think this is probably... I'm actually going to... No. This is probably going to be one of my main power gens for the time being, just to give me a little bit of an extra boost, because I need the farm going, and yeah, I need power. Now what I like about this is that when you go in here you can scroll over items and it tells you how much RF per item it makes. So what I've been feeding it recently is chicken sandwiches, which make 88,000 RF per tick. They're quite easy to make. And what I've been doing to make those, oh no, it's out here now. See, I keep moving things, is I'm getting my tofu, putting it in here, turning it into firm tofu. Now when you put firm tofu with a juicer, you get mayonnaise. And when you use that and some bread, which I don't have. Did I really use up all the bread? Did I? Must have done. But, when you have bread, did I really use it all up? Yeah, I did. Well, anyway, you add it with bread, and that makes you the chicken sandwich. So that's what I've been doing for food. Well, for food for me, and also food for the generator. That's what I have been doing. Hamburgers. Here. Have some hamburgers. I don't need all of those. That's going to fill that back up quite quickly. And what I might do is, I've got a spare Tesseract hanging around, so I might just throw that onto here and then make another one so that I can have the power going to the farms, making me all the food. And I need an automated food production so that this can keep feeding itself, which will keep feeding that. I'll have a Tesseract attached, which will hopefully help me speed up the process of getting all of my stuff for my big reactor. I might also stop sifting dust for the time being and just concentrate on sifting sand, just to try and get a bit more yellorium going on. I mean, what do we, you know, it's been so long. What do we get from the dust? Anything that I'm going to desperately miss out on. Where is the dust? Uses. Yeah, glowstone, Certus quartz, yeah. Redstone. But we can get redstone in other ways. I think that's what I'm going to do. If you know of any better ways to get yellorium, please let me know. Comments below. Yes, so guys, last episode, I was discussing what ideas for how I want the base to look, what sort of theme I'm going to go with. I kind of really like the futuristic theme, but leave me your comments below, let me know what you think, and I'm going to go with that. Yeah, so in between episodes I'm just moving stuff around, getting prepared, ready to build. And I'm also thinking maybe, because I don't know whether you guys want to see me build. Let me know, comments below. Do you want to see me build things, or would you prefer not to? It's entirely up to you. I might do some separate building episodes. I think that might be a good idea. You know, in that way, if you don't like watching building, you don't have to, and it doesn't impede on the normal, on these normal episodes. And then if you want to watch a building episode, you can, and it will be an extra one or whatever. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, guys. So this has been episode 19 of Agrarian Skies 2. I hope you have enjoyed the episode, guys. If you did, please leave me a like. Please leave me a comment, tell me what you enjoyed. If you didn't like it, leave me a comment, tell me what you didn't enjoy. And please do subscribe. Thank you very much. This has been Success, playing Agrarian Skies 2. Take care. Bye-bye.